Okay, so number 2 from your released MSL has to do with division and remainder theorem. It says suppose p of x is equal to x cubed minus 2x squared plus 13x plus k. So we don't know what this last part is. The remainder of the division of p of x, that's what the equation they just gave us, by x plus 1 is negative 8. What is the remainder of the division of p of x by x minus 1? So first of all, they give us this information. The first sentence is giving us information, the first two sentences. The last sentence is asking the question. So first we need to use the first two sentences to get all the information we need. So x cubed minus 2x squared plus 13x plus k, and we divide that by x plus 1, the remainder is negative 8. Well, we know the remainder theorem tells us that if we plug in the root associated with this possible factor, or this by the divisor, the root of the divisor, then it would give us the remainder. So what would be the root of this divisor? Well, x plus 1, so we know that's going to be a negative 1. Okay? So we're going to take this negative 1, we're going to sub it in here for x, and this whole thing is going to be equal to negative 8. So what is negative 1 cubed? Negative 1 times negative 1 times negative 1 is negative 1. Okay? Well, then what's negative 2 times negative 1 squared? Negative 1 squared is positive 1 times negative 2 is minus 2. Plus 13 times negative 1. Well, that's minus 13. We still have that plus k, and we know that by the remainder theorem, again, this is all going to be equal to negative 8. Again, the remainder theorem is letting me know that if I plug in this negative 1 from here to the equation, this whole thing will equal negative 8. So I get negative 1 minus 2 is negative 3 minus 13, that's negative 16. So I get negative 16 plus k equals negative 8. And I'm just solving this. So I'm going to add 16 on both sides, and that cancels out, and negative 8 plus 16 is positive 8. So I know k is 8. Now I can take this and sub it into the original because I know that's what k is. K is 8. So I'm going to get rid of this, take my 8, and put it up there. If I were doing it on the test, I would just rewrite it with the 8. Okay, so this is my equation. Now, what is the remainder of the division of p of x by x minus 1? So now I can use the remainder theorem again, just plug in and find out what my remainder is. So if the divisor is x minus 1, I know my root associated with that divisor would be 1. I plug in this 1 to this equation. What is 1 cubed? 1 times 1 times 1 is 1. Okay, well then we have 1 squared is 1 times negative 2 is negative 2 or minus 2. And then we have plus 13 times 1. 13 times 1 is 13. Then I have this plus 8 that I found earlier. And so I have 1 minus 2, that's negative 1, plus 13, that's 12, plus 8, that's 20. So I know all this is equal to 20. And that is an answer choice. So the answer for number 2 is D.